this is a video showing you how you can do the onboarding process with your client. The onboarding process should be as automated as possible, but on the other hand, which in case of a credit money machine can be 100% automated, but still you want to justify your initial setup fee. That should not be related to credit repair at all. It has to be a real consultation, credit consultation, and so you're gonna charge whatever. Majority of people charge $2.99, but this is not an advice. You can charge less and etc. or charge nothing if you want. We are not lawyers, so we're not going to advise on what to do. But again, should not be linked to credit repair at all. So I'm gonna pretend that certain things happen that are not that automated, right? So it could be completely automated, as you're gonna see in a second. I'm gonna put John Doe here. So let's say that you only have the name and the email, right? That will be kind of important, and that even this person, you are getting also from this person the login information for their credit report, so you can show a credit audit, etc. Okay, so I'm gonna put some fake here and some fake password. All right. Okay, so essentially right now the only thing to do is you want to put it as a client. Maybe you cannot consider him a client yet. Whatever is up to you. You can control what you're going to post into their portal, because the onboarding process should be used not only to enter all the data could be entered by the client completely on its own. You're gonna see where, but maybe, and just maybe, you would like to do it without having all the data. So it's up to you. It's up to you. At this moment, I'm going to extract a fake credit report, essentially with one click, which is what you would do, right? So at this point in time is when you're going to start your onboarding process with the client. More than the onboarding, I would say that is the credit consulting part of the equation. And that includes, as we can see, we have extracted everything here, etc. Right? But we want to post the portal. So we have here the credit report view. We have the credit audit. I suggest that you use Zoom, and you can have even maybe the agreement was not signed up yet. So you want to convey that, and the only thing that you have is the credit report login, and with that you have extracted the credit report. Right, so I'm going to post the portal, and then you have your client on Zoom, which is free for one person, and you instruct the client. So now let's pretend that we have the client in a session with Zoom, right? And this is going to be obviously your company. So you're going to say, well, you're going to see here any improvements in your credit score, since it's going to be the first one. It's going to be identical. And so please sign the contract. They may do that at that time or later, right? So, and also the right, so you're explaining what to do, and they're going to do it later with a link that you're going to send for the portal. Actually can be sent automatically. Then the personal data, as I said, that could be entered by the client, or you had it from before. But in this particular case, we are trying to pretend that the client never send you the personal data, like the address or social security, etc. And then you can request that at this moment, and explain that they will click one of your monetizing links. You can have up to 3, and uh, and also enter the documents. Again, in real life, the client, you may send the portal to the client, and the client may enter everything, and then you don't need to explain none of this. But what you need to explain is 3 things. One, in the status page, you can tell them, and this is something that by law, even though again this is not legal advice, but by law you should tell your client to tell you which ones they don't want to dispute for whatever reason, right? They can put the reason here. So let's say that this one you don't want, the client doesn't want to be disputed, so they will put no dispute, etc. And so you're going to explain, the client what all these things means, all these columns, and how they can take advantage of that if they want. And also here in the secondary bureaus, well, still they cannot change the status because they are to do. When the status is sent, that means that you send the letter, they can change the status to frozen when they receive the response from the credit bureaus, and not frozen when they receive a response that they say that they didn't do it, like it happens with LCI frequently. Same thing, you're going to show the send to creditors. All this, again, is to explain what are their options if they want to send you more documents or ask you a question, or they have a small knowledge database and a form so they can refer for friends and family, plus the fact that the portals is multilingual in case that you are dealing with a client that the main language is not English. Okay, so that's one thing that you should talk about, especially the thing related to the freeze. This is what is going to help you do this automatically. Okay, again, right now, because there is no pull down menu. If it was sent, the status, it will be a pull down menu like this one. And then you're going to explain also you're going to talk about the credit audit, right? The credit audit that you can send to your client by email, but also you can explain, justify your charge, right? So you're going to click here to show it, and the credit audit will be obviously with your information, or not ours. And so you're going to say to read, and this is useful, etc. And then they will have here, the charge off. So you will explain that some, for example, these are very old, and you're going to disputing as more than 2 years old, and things that are positive, inquiries that are linked to a positive account won't be disputed, etc. Okay, so here you can have everything, the collections, etc. So that's another thing to justify. And the credit report view, that you can even send that link to the client. You can send that link. Obviously, this is completely fake, but there will be the credit report, so you can not only show it, but kind of analyze, if you will, a little bit, so they understand the different derogatory items that they're gonna see in the client portal, right? And so this is something that you can send. You can copy this link and send it to the client, and every month when you extract, this will be renewed with the latest credit report, and as you can see, it's almost completely instantaneous. um, here when you click, it is really fast. And that's it. These three things: credit audit that you can send, a credit report view that you can explain, and the mini training on the use of the client portal are the three things that are going to justify your initial setup fee with using Zoom again to connect to your computer. And also, they're going to see indirectly, they're going to see, well, that you're using something pretty elaborated. I mean, that is, you know, very thorough, etc., and that dispute, you're gonna dispute those special um, items like collection validation letters, etc. As a matter of fact, at that moment, you could easily click print, and even if you don't show them the letters, because you shouldn't, just so they can see that in the portal. Okay, so that is perfectly possible. It doesn't matter. You can put them back in bulk if you want. I'm just giving you ideas of possible things. So in this case, in this particular case, if you post the portal now, okay, portal related, if I post the portal now, um, let me click here to receive the documents, in this case, the agreement, to receive the agreement. And if you post the portal now, I'm not going to send this one now. Well, it's not going to be sent because it's already received here. So anyway, so I'm going to post, and this is another, alternate way that you can explain to your client in the status tab that they could um, change here in the secondary bureaus. They could change the status to frozen when they receive the response from the second bureaus, or to not frozen when they receive the response from the credit bureaus, and submit those changes to you, and they will be received, right? They will be received. That is the important thing. And this one also are the letters that you're going to send. So you can, depending how fast you want to do it, how much are you charging for the initial setup fee, I recommend personally not more than $299. It has to be a reasonable number for your explanation, for your consulting, and to answer the questions of your client. If your client asks how fast are you gonna delete, well, again, you cannot tell. That would be illegal. So you cannot even say I'm gonna delete an inquiry. That would be illegal. But well, you can say that more or less in your experience is so and so. That so and so should be to be reasonable between 6 months and a year, and that is to put the real expectations, of your work, because you're gonna do a good job. Well, where you send the freeze letters, and then you need to wait for that, etc., etc. So so this is not a sprint race. This is a marathon. But if you're going to do it correctly for the benefit of your client, well, your client needs to know so they don't get impatient, and they don't think that you are delaying the work. You can explain everything, and that can be even including, it's up to you. I'm not even suggesting that you should do it, but you can show them, or at least tell them what is going to be your approach that is included here. You may not want to show this directly, but you may know it, right? And then you can say, what are you going to do? What is that you're going to send first? Why do you need to wait for that information to be processed by the secondary bureaus, the main bureaus themselves, and the agencies, the collection agencies, which is the letters that you send for the collection agencies, the collection validation letters. Okay, and that's why you're going to explain as well. That's why the regular collection are not going to be disputed yet, but in 3 weeks. And that is the reason that you need to give time to the collection agencies to mark in their software or in their system to respond to the bureaus that they should not validate the debt unless they want to, um, you know, be violating the law. And that's pretty much that. It's as simple as that. There is a way to get your compensation, your setup fee, if you will, your credit consultation fee in a way that can withstand certain scrutiny, right? It's not that you just charge. It's not that you're doing work, that you are in, teaching the client how you're gonna approach their case or their derogatory items, etc. I hope that you like it and you're going to use this information for your benefit. Thank you.